Jodie Foster's name evokes cinematic brilliance, a child prodigy turned legendary actress, and a woman whose life has been as complex and compelling as any role she has played. Yet beyond the fame, the red carpets, and the awards, her story is one of endurance and profound resilience. At 62, her journey is heartbreaking, not because she has failed, but because she has borne immense challenges while remaining remarkably steadfast. From the beginning, her life was shaped by absence and responsibility, demanding maturity far beyond her years. This is the story of a Hollywood icon and a human being who has faced storms few could withstand. Childhood shaped by absence born. Alicia Christian Foster, on November 19, 1962, in Los Angeles, Jodie was the youngest of 4 children. Her father, Lucius Foster, a decorated Air Force colonel turned real estate broker, left before she was born, leaving her mother, Evelyn Brandy Foster, to raise the family alone. Brandy's love was abundant, but financial resources were scarce. From early on, Jodie felt the weight of her father's absence, a silent wound that would echo throughout her life. Brandy, however, instilled values of intellect, courage, and resilience in her children. For Jodie, these lessons became both a blessing and a burden, marking the start of a life defined by responsibility, intellect, and early awareness of hardship. A child prodigy emerges from infancy. Jodie displayed extraordinary intelligence. By 9 months, she spoke in full sentences. By 3, she was reading independently. And by 4, she devoured books intended for much older children. Teachers marveled at her brilliance, and siblings listened with awe, sensing wisdom beyond her years. Yet genius carried a price. Instead of a carefree childhood, her early life became consumed by auditions, rehearsals, and the relentless demands of Hollywood. At 3, she was discovered in a commercial and quickly became a fixture on American television, appearing in nearly 30 commercials in 18 months. Her early earnings outpaced her mother's, and a trust fund was established, marking the start of a childhood defined by work rather than play. Early career and sacrifices. By 5, Jodie had a recurring role on Mayberry RFD, and by 13, she had appeared in over 50 shows. Her professionalism astounded producers who noted she could perform through fevers and exhaustion without complaint. Yet this discipline was born of necessity, not choice. Jodie later reflected, "I was always the adult in the room, even when I was just a little girl." Her brilliance came with a heavy cost, a childhood largely lost to work. These sacrifices shaped her relationships, triumphs, and heartbreaks. Hollywood celebrated her talent, but behind the accolades was a child forced to mature too quickly, bearing responsibilities no child should shoulder, navigating the pressures of fame while learning to mask fatigue and fear. Trials on set. The demands of her early career often exposed Jodie to physical and emotional risks. At 10, while filming Napoleon and Samantha, she worked alongside a trained lion. What was intended as a magical scene became terrifying when the animal moved unpredictably, causing Jodie to fall and sustain injuries to her back and side. Though the wounds healed physically, the trauma lingered for years in nightmares. Remarkably, just 3 days later, she returned to the set, bandaged but determined to finish. Hollywood praised her professionalism, yet her courage was demanded by circumstance, not by choice. A year later, filming Tom Sawyer, she broke her wrist in a stunt but pressed on, a pattern of resilience that would define both her career and character. Wealth and personal freedom. Despite early hardships, Jodie Foster's talent ultimately brought financial success, with an estimated net worth around $100 million. Yet for her, wealth has always been about protection rather than ostentation. Real estate, cars, and investments are tools to create a sanctuary where she can breathe freely. Her true fortune lies in family, creative freedom, and the ability to choose her projects. Alongside her wife, Alexandra, Jodie has cultivated a home that doubles as a gallery, sanctuary, and stage for private family rituals. Mornings begin with coffee and sunlight on photographs. Evenings end with laughter shared around the dinner table. These simple rhythms, shielded from public scrutiny, are the foundation of the life she has worked so hard to build. Family and parenthood. Jodie's greatest devotion is to her children, Charlie and Kit, who are now young men carving their own paths. She has fiercely protected their privacy, using pseudonyms in hospitals and paying schools to keep paparazzi away. Their father's identity remains private, a testament to her commitment to letting her children grow without the burden of her fame. Moments like walking alongside Charlie at the SAG Awards reflect her quiet pride and joy, far removed from the camera's gaze. Parenthood for Jodie is both a sanctuary and a responsibility. She has worked tirelessly to ensure her children experience the freedom and security she lacked, creating a private world where they can simply be themselves. Selective career choices. Professionally, Jodie Foster continues to be highly selective, choosing roles that challenge her and align with her values. Her performance in The Mauritanian, 2021, earned a Golden Globe, while Niad, 2023, brought her 5th Oscar nomination. In 2024, she won both an Emmy and another Golden Globe, demonstrating a career defined by precision rather than quantity. Her upcoming French-language film, A Private Life, is generating early critical buzz as potentially her most personal work yet. At 62, she no longer seeks relevance, she defines it. Every choice, every performance, is a reflection of a lifetime spent balancing artistry, personal integrity, and the lessons learned from a childhood steeped in challenge, health, and discipline. Despite decades in Hollywood, Jodie Foster remains physically disciplined and healthy. Hiking, swimming, and yoga are part of her daily routine, and she has resisted cosmetic alterations, embracing the natural passage of time. Her face bears lines that tell stories of battles endured, storms weathered, and joys embraced. These marks are not imperfections, but testaments to a life fully lived. Her body and mind reflect both care and acceptance, a rare combination in an industry obsessed with youth. Time, she has shown, is not a threat to her legacy, but a chronicle of resilience, strength, and the grace that comes from living honestly and intentionally. Philanthropy and legacy. Beyond film, Jodie has quietly supported causes close to her heart, including children's health initiatives, cancer research, LGBT rights, and programs for struggling artists. Her giving is consistent, generous, and discreet, emphasizing responsibility over spectacle. Her legacy, therefore, is twofold: cinematic excellence and selfless commitment to the world beyond Hollywood. Jodie Foster's life is a testament to resilience and purpose, proving that greatness lies not in avoiding storms, but in navigating them with courage, integrity, and grace. Her contributions extend far beyond her performances, leaving a lasting impact on both her industry and society. Conclusion: a life unbroken. Jodie Foster's story is not one of perfection, but of enduring strength and humanity. Her greatest role has never been Clarice Starling, Iris, or any character on screen. It has been herself. A child prodigy who faced unimaginable pressures, a professional whose dedication reshaped Hollywood standards, a mother who protected her family fiercely, and a woman whose life choices define her legacy. Jodie has endured, adapted, and thrived. At 62, she remains unbroken, unbowed, and profoundly human. Her journey reminds us that true greatness is measured not by accolades or wealth, but by the courage to live authentically, face challenges head-on, and embrace the quiet victories that define a life well lived.